really.
So hey and welcome back to Conscious Relating. And tonight by the way, I'm Wolf.
Yes, I'm dear.
And tonight we're gonna explore a little bit about, I guess, especially for guys, but it can also be related to women, like how somehow we can end up being stuck in the same place, like not finding, this one we're looking for. We also have a previous episode, Mrs. and Mrs. Right, like finding that and what can get us from being stuck, not meeting the one, and what can actually take us in the right direction. And probably some of you already have seen it in your own life, and maybe already in the relationship like us. But it's very common. I've seen it in my own life how it kind of stays stuck in the because as a guy we don't want to be rejected because it's like the most painful thing. So it can be very awkward to go up and talk to this pretty girl that we kind of interested in. So we kind of get either wasted to have the courage, or we just talk to someone that we're not so attracted to because it's much more easy. And then maybe get laid with someone you're not attracted to, and then you kind of, next day, I'm not interested, like things like that. Or you even end up in a relationship with someone that you don't really desire. So it's kind of from beginning, it's like a half
Half a
heart,
feeling.
half a feeling, half-hearted approach. So I guess what I'm gonna say tonight from my own experience is that once I just took some action. I was out with after reading this book called The Game like 15 years ago. And that it was this book has a lot of like how do you say, not what I would advocate to do today, but it was some kind of inspiration at least to take action. So me and my friends, we went out to this nightclub, and I was sober because I was not drinking. And I told my friend, okay, tonight I'm gonna talk to some girls, and they said like, it's not gonna work. It's better we just kind of stand around, drinking a beer, just wait and see what happens. And maybe some girl walk by, and maybe we can start talking like. And I know we've been out many nights. We always been standing there, sitting by ourselves, like no one talks to us, because that's not how it works. And so okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. So okay, so I see these two ladies, and I went up there, and, and my knees were shaking. I couldn't hardly say a word, because I was so afraid. Like was like, Christ, oh yeah, and I went out of there, and I was like, I was like super felt I felt such a fool, and my friends were looking at me like, you see, you look like a clown. But the thing was, like the next moment, I actually see some other ladies, and I woke up and talked to them. There was no fear. I was totally confident. It was like once you kind of do something that's scary, as you know, like jumping off a trampoline into the water. The first time is super, but the next time is like half as easy or half as hard. So, and that has also been like throughout the years. I've seen like once I take some action of that has a little bit of balls, that has, even if it fell flat, it's always landed well because I have like raised my oomph, so to speak, to be a little more bold, to actually go for someone like dear that I really desire, not someone that I kind of like. but someone that I really feel attracted to. So I pursue what I really, really like. And and I know it's easier said than done because it's the most scary thing for a guy to talk to someone we're attracted to. Because especially if you're sober. And so my, yeah, I'd say, so just get out there, talk to whatever. If you haven't done it, if you feel like you're stuck, but that's also applies not only to relationship. Like I know you have done some courageous stuff, like yourself, like career wise, and also in, but it can also can be if you want to share something related, like
Like taking some like getting out of my comfort zone
something like,
and
yeah,
yeah,
something like
in
that.
regarding in of course like in relating, right?
It can be, and of
Oh,
course, it can also be in life,
yeah.
like take some action, and it can end up somewhere.
Yeah, but I do want to focus on
Mm.
relating because I also trust that most of you want to really get to explore different relationship topics and
Mm.
of course if there's like another maybe we'll create another channel sharing the other topics but um yeah I do notice that for me I was very shy. I was actually the one who's like not really brave enough to explore sexuality, or at least I would say I'm open to explore, but somehow I didn't get the chance to explore it in a conscious way. I felt like I do have this curiosity to find out how it is to be in relationships because I was being exposed and taught about like yeah it's usually dramas and it's not fulfilling. It's like what I heard about relationship is like this kind of standardized like this like maybe the first 3 months is like very sweet and then the guy become lazy and then the girlfriend started to complain and so on and that's kind of okay how I see relationships. So then until I guess I was being very passive. I would say I guess even with Wolf I was also kind of receiving. I was the one who's receiving the invitation. I was the one who was still passive. But but that passiveness actually also like I could not really say no and honor my no when someone who is not really matching. So I did get myself into some really abusive relating with certain men, and yeah, and that that actually physically and also emotionally, and yeah, it was this um, encounters with men that I I really have no desire to be in a relationship in a way because I don't know about that we can actually relate in a conscious way that you don't need to get wasted and to be so you can then you be open and be able to sort of share yourself but you can actually relate to each other without any influence of alcohol or any substances. So yeah, how did I come so far to really step out of the paradigm and at least I would say to receive the right invitation and to relate to a man who is like healthy like emotionally and and also mm, yeah, open to support me in my journey. Because I did was I was actually processing a lot um before I met Wolf, and actually after I was ex- experiencing a lot of transformation, but also there were a lot of processing of emotions, and which means there's a lot of holding that is needed. And so yeah, I would say coming back to this topic, I do feel like I have I have been able um, to yeah, it's like okay, I have this one and two mistakes or like bad experiences, then I become smarter. I started to discern, I started to notice there's patterns, the man that I was relating, like how they show up and how I was not being validated, and it like in a way valued and respected and honored. And then I noticed then early on, like these people I can detect easily in my radar, so I become more sharp and sensitive
Mm.
to the man. And then also with this awareness, then like those men seem, they are seeming and they cannot get close to me, and maybe energetically they kind of also keep themselves at bay. So like I was really feeling like I'm drawing in people and like men like you in my energy field when I am also becoming aware and conscious of yeah, who deserve me, so to speak, like who don't deserve me in a sense, like my maturity of getting to know myself and getting to know what I want. Like it's very much related to my spiritual discovery of who I am, and that has been a very transformative um, point and process that helps me to get into a conscious way of relating. So that's
Mm.
yeah, that's what I have to share.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Wolf, are you feeling complete in this
I'm
sharing?
so fulfilled hearing you
Oh,
speak, darling.
wow, perfect.
And
Yeah, I also feel like wow, I feel so complete and beyond.
mm,
And also looking at the sky is so pretty, and
yeah,
yeah, just wanting to express this gratitude to be able to spend this beautiful time like summertime, and it's been really amazing. And
mm.
yeah, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you too, love.
So
Yeah,
mm,
happy to have you on board here
mm,
again. And if you're new to this channel, welcome to subscribe and like. And we'll see you in the next one.
yeah, see you in the next one.